Welcome along to the Rugby Obsession Deep Dive.
Great to be here.
If you're really into getting those proper rugby insights, make sure you hit subscribe to Rugby Obsession. You'll get much more of this, like kind of in-depth analysis.
Definitely worth doing.
So today we're taking a good look at the latest news around Springbok Deon Fourie, specifically his injury.
Right.
And thankfully, it's actually quite a positive update we're discussing.
Which is a relief, frankly.
It really is. So our mission today, if you like, is to unpack what happened, explore Fourie's own encouraging take on it, and, think about what this all means for his playing future. We're basing this directly on his recent update.
Yeah, and it's interesting how quickly we get this info now directly from the players. Sets the scene a bit. This happened during a United Rugby Championship game, Stormers versus Canuck.
Yep, down at DHL Stadium.
Exactly. Fourie came on as a substitute pretty late in the game, actually, around the 62nd minute mark.
Right.
But then, almost straight away, he had to leave the field. And the diagnosis was a broken tibia.
Oof. Yeah, the tibia. That's the main bone in the lower leg, the bigger one, isn't it?
That's the one, the shin bone, basically.
Yeah.
And well, when you hear broken tibia, especially for a player like Deon.
Yeah, because he's, 38 now? Turning 39 pretty soon? September, I think?
Precisely. So naturally, alarm bells start ringing for fans, for everyone involved, really. You immediately start wondering, is this it for his career?
It's a completely understandable reaction, isn't it? It's a major injury at any point, but
Yeah.
you factor in that age, the wear and tear.
For sure. Those initial worries were definitely there. But what's been really great is Deon's own reaction to it all.
He seemed to address it quite quickly.
Very quickly. He used social media, Instagram, I believe, and just put out this message that was, well, surprisingly optimistic.
Oh, really? What did he say?
He basically said, look, it wasn't quite as bad as maybe everyone first thought.
Okay.
Which, straight away just calms things down a bit, offers some real hope.
That's fantastic to hear. It speaks volumes about his mindset, doesn't it? Facing something like that.
It really does. That mental strength is something else. And he didn't just stop there with the positive vibes. He actually gave some specifics.
Like a timeline.
Exactly. He mentioned he'd had corrective knee surgery related to it all.
Okay. So surgery was needed.
Yes, but he reported it went really well. Posted a picture, apparently, with a caption like, surgery done and dusted, big thumbs up from the recovery room.
Haha, classic. Good to see the humor still there.
Right. And then he gave that timeline. Said he's aiming to be back in about 12 weeks.
12 weeks. Wow. That's 3 months.
3 months, yeah. For a broken tibia?
Yeah.
That sounds, well, pretty ambitious. He did add the caveat, if everything goes well.
Of course, yeah. There are always variables with recovery, but still, 12 weeks is a target. That's impressive.
It really is. If you think about the usual recovery for that kind of fracture, especially needing surgery and then getting back to elite professional rugby standard.
At nearly 39 years old.
Exactly. It tells you a lot about maybe his underlying conditioning, but also just how far sports medicine and rehab have come. These recovery plans are so incredibly sophisticated now.
Yeah, they really tailored them, don't they? It's not just rest anymore. It's active recovery, specific loading.
Mm-hmm. And he also made a point of mentioning the support he's received.
Ah, that's nice.
Yeah, he expressed gratitude, said something like, grateful for the incredible support around me and everyone's messages.
And that genuinely makes a difference.
Yeah.
Feeling that backing from teammates, coaches, family, fans.
Yeah.
It can be a huge psychological boost during a tough rehab slog.
Oh, absolutely. That sense of community, knowing people are rooting for you, it's powerful. It fuels that motivation when things get tough in the physio room.
Definitely. So this all kind of circles back to the big question, which I think the original article touched on too.
Will he play again this year?
Exactly. Given this timeline, this positive attitude, is it actually feasible we'll see Deon Fourie back on the pitch before the end of the year?
It's the million-dollar question, isn't it? I mean, 12 weeks from, say, late April, early May puts him back around. Late July, early August.
Which could potentially see him involved in something later in the season, depending on how things line up.
Potentially. There's a lot of ifs and buts, how the bone heals, how the rehab progresses, regaining match fitness. It's a tight schedule.
It is tight. But his positivity, the surgeon's apparent confidence.
Yeah.
It certainly makes you think it could happen.
It does. And this is actually where we'd love to bring you, the listener, in. What are your thoughts? Do you reckon Deon Fourie makes it back this year?
Yeah, we really want to know what you think. Is that 12-week goal realistic? Will we see him playing top-level rugby again in 2024? Drop your opinions in the comments below.
Please do. And hey, while you're thinking about that, if you're finding this kind of discussion valuable, do make sure you're subscribed to Rugby Obsession. We do these deep dives regularly.
Absolutely. So, just trying to sort of wrap our heads around the key takeaway here.
Yeah.
What would you say it is?
For me, I think it's the power of perspective, maybe, despite a really serious injury, one that could easily be career-ending at his age.
Yeah.
Fourie's immediate reaction is one of optimism and setting a concrete, if ambitious, recovery goal. It's that resilience shining through.
It really is. Resilience, plus maybe a nod to the medical teams and the support systems that allow players to even contemplate such comebacks now.
Well said. It's that combination, the athlete's determination, the medical expertise, and that crucial support network we talked about.
It makes you think about what goes on psychologically, doesn't it? To face that kind of adversity, especially late in your career, and just instantly frame it positively.
It's fascinating. Is it just inherent personality? Is it learned coping mechanisms developed over years in pro sport? Probably a mix of both, but it's undoubtedly inspiring to see.
Totally agree. It's a reminder of the mental fortitude these players possess, beyond just the physical toughness we see on the field.
And it gives fans hope, which is important too,
Yeah.
seeing a player tackle recovery head-on like this.
Definitely. Well, I think that pretty much covers the latest on Deon Fourie's situation based on his update. It's certainly shifted from initial worry to cautious optimism.
Cautious optimism is a good way to put it. We'll definitely be keeping an eye on his progress over the next few months.
We will indeed.
Oh.
Okay, that brings us to the end of this Rugby Obsession deep dive. Thanks so much for tuning in.
Yeah, thanks everyone.
Remember to subscribe if you haven't already, and we really look forward to you listening to our next episode.